of all the Diddy stuff have you seen, like in its entirety?
So I saw the video you sent in a chat, and I've heard other little things, and then there's a whole like show on Hulu. Like they threw that together so fast.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I have my own like thoughts on it because I've always known something was up. I just didn't know
Every
what.
there's always
I
been
didn't know if
smoke. Yeah, there's always been
right.
smoke. Yeah.
Ever since making the band, that's when I was like,
That's when a lot of us was like, bruh,
yeah. And
you a
then it
little
came out that he might have had something to do with Biggie's death.
yep.
Like the whole thing was orchestrated with Tupac and Biggie. And I'm like, yeah, I could see that. I could see Puff doing that. So now to
Yep.
see all of this, oh, I absolutely think he had something to do with it.
So man, one of the things I want to tap into real quick is this idea, and I'm looking at my phone real quick, but this idea that it's a distraction. I want to touch that real quick
Oh
because
man, don't even get me
I'm gonna
started with
clip this
that.
because I get tired
Distraction
of
from
people.
what?
Yeah, and that's I get tired of all you people, every one of you that do this. Anytime
Yeah.
there's something that pops out that's not uh political, and then there's a political climate, everybody acts like the world is supposed to stop and take this huge pivot, and everybody's supposed to laser focus on whatever the political thing is, whatever the conspiracy thing is, whatever the natural disaster is. What and I wonder if people think that people cannot walk and chew bubble gum and talk on the phone at the same time. I wonder if people think that we haven't had multiple channels to watch programming on all of our lives. I wonder if people think we went to school and we didn't have multiple classes with multiple subjects. I wonder if people think that you couldn't get an A in science and an A in math and an A in English. Do they really think that everything is such a distraction to where we can't peep over and pay attention to what's going on that should be a priority? So this
they
idiotic
that's why.
thing that is a distraction, shut the fuck up. Everything it's not a distraction, it's just something else.
Right.
I can
And
bake
it's
a
because
cake
they
and
can't do that. They can't
yeah, maybe they
multi-focus
can't
on different things.
multitask because I can boil water and cook bacon and get some eggs ready and get the biscuits ready and have everything come out hot at the same time.
Right.
It's not difficult. That's how a meal gets done. You know what I'm saying? There's multiple things going on at once. So that's the first thing I wanted to, like, the people that are, it's a distraction, it's a direct, shut y'all dumbasses up. If you can't multitask, fine.
Hey, I got somebody at the door real quick. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Pop in on them. Pop in. Yeah, all y'all people are multitask. People can't multitask these days. We talking about the Diddler, and all that's going on with that. So Sheffy gonna step out for a few seconds, and we're gonna be right back.
I'm back. My bad.
Good,
Where
you
you
good?
go? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Um,
I popped
yeah,
out for a
they are
second.
trapping my house out here.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so the distraction part, I just wanted to get that out. Like everything's not a distraction. People can multitask. People can follow
Right.
more than one thing. You can follow two or three shows that you like to stream at the same time, and you ain't
Right.
forgot the last episode of the last episode of the last thing you was watching. Now that aside, man, um, what do you think about the blame game that seems to be going around when people are saying everybody knew what they were doing, like even when it comes to adults, because for me this is going to venture into coercion, and I think people are overlooking what that really is, you know, macro level. But what are
See,
your thoughts on this?
I think the people who don't recognize, well, I can't say don't recognize because I don't think they don't recognize it at all. The people who won't acknowledge coercion don't do it because they don't think the person was coerced. They don't do it because they don't want to admit that they've been coerced in their life. It
Mm,
has zero to do with the people involved and everything to do with themselves. They don't want to admit to themselves, you know what? Maybe I was possibly coerced. Because the situation looks the same.
yeah.
Now, were there some willing participants? Absolutely.
Oh,
Sure.
absolutely,
But
absolutely,
everybody
absolutely.
wasn't a willing participant.
No.
But then when you add in drugs and then drugs that were in ingredients that were ingredients of things that people may not have known, now that is absolutely coercion because
Yeah.
now I can't operate in my same faculties because you've given me something without telling me.
Right.
So you can sit there and be like, "Oh, well, everybody was drinking. They knew it was happening. Did they though?" And because you got to think, a lot of the people saying this, a lot of these people are college graduates, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened in college parties?
Yep.
I
Yep.
absolutely know for a fact from my time at Georgia Southern how easy it is to be coerced. Have I ever been coerced? No. Because anytime dudes would like try to get me drunk and buy me drinks and stuff like that, and then try to push up on me, sir, I'm drunk, not crazy.
Right.
But not everybody has that ability to, even with decreased faculties, to still say no.
Right.
I have it. I don't, and then I don't even know how I managed to still say no in those situations when I'm 7 shots deep and two men are trying to get me to sleep with both of them, and I still managed to say no. Even to this day, I don't know how I still managed to be like, boy, if y'all get your ugly tears out my face,
Yeah.
like, because I literally told the guy, I'm like, your friend is ugly. Like, no. But you drunk though. No, I don't
Yeah.
care.
It don't
No,
matter. Yeah.
no. But
You
I'm
know,
conscious that not everybody had that ability,
absolutely
especially
not.
when you're peer pressured, especially when you don't, when you're at an age 19 to 20, 22-ish, when you don't know your own voice.
Right.
Coercion is easy. This is why the older guys get 19 to 25-year-olds because they know coercion is easy. She's going to probably say yes just because she feels like, well, he's older than me, so he has some wisdom. No, it's plenty of old fools out here.
Right.
So I think that's the larger part why a lot of people don't want to admit coercion because then they'll have to rectify within themselves that they've been coerced or that they
I
have coerced someone else.
yeah, and I was gonna go there. See, the part of coercion that people are also overlooking is the power structure. That's where I want to go. So the
Mhm.
drug and party and fun part, that's one tentacle on this octopus, right? The other part is this is a person who's been the biggest influencer now to date, the biggest behind the scenes and front face influencer in the industry in the last 30 years. When
Mhm.
that individual brings you into their orbit, knowing that you're looking to make it, knowing that you are looking to be an influencer or a star or a producer or an actor or you want to make some business deals for yourself, and you don't have a power base of your own to stand firmly and say, hey, I can make my own deals. It is very easy for that guy to say, all right, you want me to connect you with such and such? Oh, that's no problem. I can do that. I'm having a party this weekend. All you got to do is come in the party, mix and mingle with us for a couple of hours,
Right.
just be down with what goes on. And by the end of that night, I guarantee you this deal is going to be made. That person goes into the situation thinking, man, I am finally in the place with the people who can actually make shit happen just with a phone call. And then you get there and it's after 12 and it's 1 a.m, 2 a.m, 3 a.m, and y'all do talk some business and the promises get made. And then upon the moment the promises get made and y'all doing business, the music gets on, the lights get dim, the drugs go around, people start showing up, and you like, well, I'm about to bounce because I ain't, I'm good, but we still good on that. And they're like, hold on, wait. I thought we was talking business. Yeah, we was. But well, okay, well, good. But you mean to tell me you can't hang out with us a little bit longer? And then imagine a person that you now know in this moment that if you walk out that door, not only can this person remove whatever their help and assistance was going to be, but they can put the word out that you are no longer good enough to do business with from anybody. So that's a level that the average person does not know what that's like. When the person that you're dealing with literally giveth and taketh away, even though you have nothing. I need people to really think about that concept. You don't have nothing but your talent. And the person you're dealing with has a God complex. I can giveth and I can taketh in this moment, and you don't have nothing for me to take. Meaning now I'm taking opportunity from you, or I can give you all opportunity. There's a lot of people that's going to suck some dick behind that. Right. And it ain't just women. It's a lot of people. And honestly, that is illegal in and of itself. You just used power in any organization on earth that has oversight. If that was to be the precedence, it would shut it down. It would shut it down. The entertainment industry has not been policed. And we're starting to see all the dominoes falling. We're starting to see, it's like the boxing industry. The boxing industry doesn't have one head. So that's why it's so mixed and corrupt. Soccer worldwide, it doesn't have one central head so where they can police it. So the same thing with the entertainment industry. So what's happening now, we're seeing that these individuals, the Weinsteins, the Epsteins, and the P. Diddy's and all of them, they're rounding all of them up. Say, hey man, y'all done had y'all fun for a good little minute. But unfortunately, there's been a few people who done walked into them rooms and stepped away and said, I ain't gonna do it, and their careers have suffered. And there are those that went in and they took that dick, and then their careers might have flourished, but then still suffered because they couldn't live. They couldn't live through it. And then it's criminal at its core. And people want to kind of overlook, well, that means they didn't have to do it. No, they didn't have to do it. But just because a person's will isn't as strong as yours doesn't mean that they're not a victim. It just means their will wasn't as strong as yours. And we hold people accountable for taking advantage of the weak. We're supposed to anyway.
Right. And what makes it even more annoying is people will say things like, well, they knew what they were getting into. They did that because they wanted fame and blah, 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 blah. What have you done on your job that you ain't really want to do, but you had to do anyway because you had a job? It's no different.
Yeah.
It's no different. But people
it just depends on what it is. It just depends on what it is. If it's in the job description, I gotta do mandatory. We got mandatory overtime. God, I hate this shit, but I kind of gotta do it. But that's not illegal. That's not illegal. Sex exploitation in any capacity, in any job, it's illegal. Like that's the one thing that's illegal. You can't leverage that. You can't leverage sex. You can't. Sorry.
Except in the sex industry, I think.
Except in this, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And even you know what I'm saying? And even then they walk a very thin line. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like you can't leverage that, man. You can't hold that again. And so when you do, it's only a matter of time that they're gonna catch up. So here's my other thought though. And this is where I'm gonna test people's inner bad guy. If somebody came to you, a chef, and said, you're gonna have a 30-year run, 30 years. I don't know if did you ever see the movie Looper? Did you disappear?
No, I'm here.
Oh, did you ever
Looper,
see the movie?
I
You ever
didn't
see the
see it,
movie?
but I remember the concept.
Okay. So the concept, the Looper, they kill people that are sent back in time. They make a lot of money doing it, and when they retire, they got about another 30 years to live before before they get sent back in time and somebody kills them. So you make a decision up front. You got 30 years to do this job, and we're gonna keep you rich, we're gonna protect you, we're gonna make sure you're good. You're gonna live the best that you can live based on what we're gonna give you.
Mm-hmm.
But in 30 years, the bill comes due. So my question is this. If somebody told you, so if somebody told you for 30 years, Sheffy, you can do whatever you want, live however you want for 30 years. But in 30 years, the bill's gonna come due. We can't tell you whether you're gonna die. We can't tell you whether you're gonna be in prison. We can't tell you whether you're gonna lose it all and live on a corner. But in 30 years, you get a 30-year run. Would you take that trade-off? All right, for 30 years, I just get to wild out. Would you do it?
If I'm in my 20s, okay. Yeah.
You said if you was in your 20s?
Absolutely, I take a deal. Now,
wow.
Yeah. Now, once I've had children, I'm looking at it.
Wait, hold on. You kind of breaking up a little bit. You're breaking up a little bit.
I said when I had kids, I don't know if I would take that deal.
Okay. So you're saying the person you were in your 20s, you would have took that deal.
Yes. You gotta think, when you're in your 20s, you think 50 is ancient.
Yeah.
I got 16-year-olds now. When I say 40, you're like, hey, you old. Come on, me. Like, I'm not old. But in your 20s, you think that's forever away. You got an 18-year-old saying 25 is old. So in my 20s, I have a 30-year run. That's hands down, not a problem.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I see
what we gotta do? We gotta kill what? Now that I'm a mother, I have a little bit more of a moral standard to represent for my children. I don't know that I would. So like even now in my 40s, I don't think I would.
That's some real shit you just admitted to. Because if I think about it too, if you remove children from I've had children since 18, so I can never imagine being in that mindset. But if I did not, I think if you would have caught me as a 22-year-old that did not have one kid on this planet, and you say, bruh, you could just live it up for as long as you want, do whatever you want, but you got to do some crazy shit first. You know what I'm saying?
What is it?
And you could just live it up. Now
I've done some crazy stuff for less. So what is it? What we doing?
Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me try to rebuff this thing. Let me reload. Hold on.
No.
Oh, here we go. This thing. Golly, the stream is. There we go. There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I can barely. I can. You come in a little choppy on my end, but I think so. I think it would
I know
depend
why.
on what the seed that I had to sow. I think huh.
I know why my it ain't plugged in, and I'm using a lot of power on my laptop, so
Oh,
that
okay,
should be
okay.
better.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought that was my end. So I think I'm like you. It would depend on what's the toll that I gotta pay to get into the club, right? If like a lot of people, rumored
But no, at
that
20
Clive
something,
Davis.
I wouldn't even care about the toll. At 20, my 24-year-old me, all you just saying you gonna have a good life for the next 30 years. Where do I sign up, sir? What we doing?
Damn, so you were that far gone, chef. It wouldn't have mattered what it was.
Man, look. My 20s were wild.
Okay. You wouldn't have harmed a minor. Would you have harmed a minor?
No, fuck no.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, okay.
No,
So
no, no.
so there is a level. There's a level. There's a level.
There's a
Okay,
level. Now they could do harm to me, but no, I'm not harming a minor. Oh no. I ain't even been in the room with them. No. Oh
You said
no.
they can do harm to me. You said do whatever
Hey,
do
y'all can
whatever you
tie
want
me
to
up,
with you.
string
Do
me
whatever you
up,
want to you.
and where the little baby oil at? Put it on me. Whatever. To me, yes. But you want me to harm a minor? Oh no. I'm telling on everybody. Everybody catching cases. Nope. I'm a snitch. You gonna have to kill
Yeah.
me. Y'all want me to be here with some
Yeah,
children?
yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no. I don't play that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I cancel
Yeah.
family
For me,
members
for me,
for
it
not
would.
protecting kids. Mm-mm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for me, I can say I wouldn't want to bring harm to nobody, but I think if they told me 30-year run, it would depend on what they presented to me. 30-year run, you need to rob a bank. Like, what do you need me to do? But man, the bill's gonna come due, and that's what it seems. Um, Weinstein had a 30-year run. You know, as a mogul, Diddy
Yeah,
has had a 30-year run. Epstein 30-year run.
you're not
You know what I'm
wrong.
saying?
Cosby.
Cosby, yeah, 30-year run. Like the bill comes due at a certain point. Now the difference between Weinstein and like Weinstein and Diddy
Weinstein.
were moguls in their own right. Cosby and what's my R. Kelly were individual talents doing their own thing. So, but the moguls move the most because they have like these organized, like it's organized on a
Yeah.
certain level. And so I think those are the bigger monsters,
I think Cosby had mogul status in the
Yeah,
90s.
he did to a degree. He had influence to the point where he can get you off TV. You weren't going to be doing
Yeah, because
TV.
that's
Yeah.
what he did. What you call him to Lisa Bonet.
Yeah. You wasn't doing TV. So I think,
R.
man.
Kelly, I think had mogul status too. You got to remember, he was producing for everybody.
Yeah,
He was
but he
writing and
wasn't
producing
Diddy
for
level. Yeah,
everybody.
but he wasn't
No,
Diddy. Yeah, like he wasn't like Diddy was the deal maker. You know what I'm saying? Like him
yeah.
being in the room, him making the call, it was a wrap. Yeah, he made the call. He was in the room. It was a wrap. So yeah, I tend to wonder about that. Like, man, like what do you think? What's the fallout finna be from this?
I don't think Diddy's gonna make it to a trial.
So
I don't care how much watching y'all gonna do. That man named corporations. He ain't named no names.
Yeah.
But he said we're coming after corporations.
So here's what I think's gonna happen with that.
That lawyer ain't gonna make it.
Let me.
That Diddy ain't gonna make it. I guarantee you.
So let me tell you. I think they make it, and this is how I think they make it. I think they make it by dancing around the corporations, because I think what's going to happen is the corporations are going to make calls straight to these lawyers and say, "Well, look. There's another way we can pay penance, but hey, you can name us all you want, but you can't say what, because it's one thing for a name to pop, but let the public speculate about the name and how it was involved. And so what's going to happen with that is, so what do y'all as a corporation willing to give us, because we know the wheels of justice, they turn real slow. So what would corporations do? A corporation will say, oh well, hey, y'all got us, our hands is red, but guess what we got? We got this, because a corporation always has more to give to the justice system as far as information and evidence than any individual ever would. So the court,
absolutely. That's why I think it's gonna be dead. Because you gotta think. You gotta think. For instance, if they name Hilton, which I'm sure Hilton is going to be one of these companies, because you got to think of where Diddy typically stays.
Yeah.
So if they name Hilton, Hilton got dirt on Diddy.
Yeah.
Hilton probably got dirt on Beyonce, Jay-Z, Taylor Swift. This is why it's going to be dead.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So what is Hilton willing to see? I think it's going to be what you going to do. And you know what? You know what I think has also happened culturally? I think culturally, we're tired of it. I think more than any other time before, culturally, it's like this is like 4 generations that are alive right now at the same time looking at this. You got the people that birthed hip hop, they looking at it, and most of them are guilty, and a lot of them are guilty. You got the second generation that fell in love with hip hop after the birth of hip hop. That's our generation, and we looking like this is nasty. You got our children that never really cared about the history of it, but they're looking at what they're hearing and they're like, this is nasty. And some of them have been victims as well as our generation. And then you got the third, like you got another generation behind them, because my children are now in the age. So you got multiple generations all looking at this, and they're tired. They don't want to hear the stories no more. They don't want to be victimized. They want to do their music, produce like they want to express their talent and be monetized without being fucked, literally and figuratively.
Right.
And so it's to the point where some shit's got to shake. And so that's the reason I think he makes it, because you got to put a face on it. You gotta bring justice to the face, and then you got to bring some other people down too. Like, hey, bro, you done had your run too, bro. It's up, bro. We got too much on it. I'm wondering what the fallout is going to be as far as corporations and individuals. It's
that's why I'm telling you, it ain't gonna make it. It's too many people involved. This is why Epstein didn't make it. Too many people involved. You got to think this 30-year run doesn't just span the people they victimized. It spans the business owners that they've worked with in the process.
Absolutely.
So you're not just talking about current people in business, you're talking about legacy. In 30 years, that's 2 generations at least. So, you may have, I wouldn't be surprised if Chick-fil-A on the list. Like, everybody on the list.
Yeah, it's I mean,
so, he ain't gonna make it, bruh. He ain't gonna make it. So if he has to be criminally charged, he ain't gonna make it. Now with these civil cases, he gonna take that on the chin and go.
So hold on. So here,
just like Weinstein did.
So here's another way I think he might live through it and do his time. Here's another way. If he's smart, because Weinstein, I mean, figure what you want, he's smart. Weinstein only spent so much money. He only spent so much.
Right.
Weinstein looked at it and said, because if I'm not going to burn up all my money on lawyers knowing I'm not going to win. If I would see, this is where you got to pay the toll. The 30 years have passed. You got to pick one: jail, death, something. Right? You had your 30-year run to do what you wanted to do, bro, and you chose to wild out for those 30 years. You didn't have to choose to wild out. You paid a cost to be the boss at some point, right? Let's just run it back. I'm gonna use my imagination. Let's just say 30 years ago, however long ago it is, Diddy had to give some head to somebody, and he had to just embarrass himself to get the green light, and he did. What he could have done at that moment, It said going forward, I'm never gonna do nothing like that. I'll take that on the chin. No Diddy. I take it on the chin. And what I'm gonna do going forward is I'm gonna empower people in as healthy a manner as possible. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
He could have chose that route, but instead he said, you know what, I'm gonna wild out too. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like hazing rituals, right? Somebody can
Right.
always stop and say, you know what, we ain't doing this shit going forward. Like, yeah, I went through it. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, I didn't like some of it. Yeah, it was fun a little bit, but blah. I ain't doing it going forward. It's like stop the cycle, right? So if he had stopped the cycle, cool. But being that he didn't, being that he dabbled and he played and he had fun and he did some fucked up shit, I think what he should do is say, you know what, y'all got me. Give my money to my kids. Give my money to my family. I've got the spoils of war. Take it, and I will sit down and I won't talk. And you sit down and you don't that to me that would be the smartest. But you sacrifice yourself.
But here's why he can't do that, though. Here's why he can't do that.
He can.
He has involved too many people.
No. I'm
you
saying.
got to think that no, hold on, let me finish. Weinstein did his dirt himself. He didn't go get an entourage to do it with him.
Yeah.
He didn't
have as many
necessarily go get
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Be put on when you got to do this. Diddy went out having Mary J. Blige go after young men.
Yeah.
Fake Evans going after young men. You got everybody from Bad Boy fell off.
Yeah.
You got Bad Boy South.
So he created by him creating an enterprise.
An empire of deviance.
Yeah. So even if he here's what I'm saying. What he can do is he could tell the feds, hey, y'all got me. And they can say, well, we need to know about this. And we see that these people are involved. We need to know. He can literally say, now continue doing y'all work. I'm out. Like it's like somebody, I watch a lot of prison YouTube. And there's these YouTubers, they would say when they got their sentences, they just didn't snitch. And what happened was they said, look, you the police, you got me. Now continue to do your job and go get the rest of the people. Yeah, I was involved with them, but do your job.
There's enough evidence to get them, though. That's what I'm saying. They got videotapes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They don't need. That's why I'm like, there needs to be no harm, because even if you harm him, that's not going to stop the wheels of justice going about the red. You can get rid of him all you want. With the evidence they got, they going to still go get who they want to get. He could drop off the face of the earth tomorrow. The rest of the people that was involved, they still going to get got. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
That's the thing. Like, he did all this trophy keeping and stuff.
Man.
And it's like,
man,
you don't keep evidence, you idiot. Then you went paying off people. You done whooped that child's behind in the hotel. You done paid the hotel to not keep the tape. Do you think they actually destroyed it? Wait. They did destroy it because that tape they got from him.
No, wait. No. Did you hear what the other bodyguard said? He said Cassie said to him, "Oh, I had a copy too. She got a copy before Diddy got one." And you know what? And this was Intercontinental. That was the hotel. What that hotel probably did was say, you know what? We can give this to the victim, because the victim can technically, I don't know legally what but the victim can sue. They can pursue them for cover up. If they gave the victim the copy and the victim used that to do what they did, and then they gave Diddy a copy, Diddy was just a fool in that situation because you thought that was the only copy. Nah, bro, we gave both of y'all USBs.
It's never the only copy. Like, yeah, right. This is why you just don't record stuff. People like, oh, you ain't got no records of you on your phone? Hell no. Yeah. No. I want to run for public office one day. No. No. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Because it was never recorded. No.
Yeah. You know what? And yeah, man, it's too easy to get something. Drop it on, drag and drop. Anything. You listen, drag and drop it.
We got cloud accounts everywhere, bro. It ain't just in your iCloud.
Yeah, yeah,
It's in
yeah.
Dropbox. It's in Box.
Yep.
It's in Azure. It's all over the
All
place.
somebody gotta do is get interested and decide they want to go program hunting, and then they can get it. Yeah, yeah.
Man, look, it could be in news groups out here. You remember how that them tapes of R. Kelly got passed
Yeah,
around?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
LimeWire.
Yeah.
Them things was everywhere.
Yeah. So wait, hold on. So you saying basically they fleeced Diddy by giving him any sort of copy. He was paying for copies. That's what he was doing. He could have. Oh yeah.
Nobody in their right mind is going to take a payoff and not still keep a copy.
Yeah.
And then you got to think about the CCTVs in your typical hotels. Not only back up locally, they also typically back up.
Oh, they always back up corporate. Apple, yeah. Headquarters always got something.
And then he wasn't staying at no mom and pops. He wasn't at no sleeping in or nothing. Them cameras don't even work in them places. Now you at nice hotels.
Yeah.
They got off-site copies. And you please believe the dude, the security guard there got his money, but you ain't get the off-site copies. You ain't get it wiped off the server.
You know how much money you would have to spend to do that? Now, that good point. How much money would you have to spend as an individual to get your own computer guy, your own tech guy? I'm flying. I'm flying them out to where you at, and I want that off your server. To you. Well, okay, chef. What would they have to pay you to fly you out to a corporation to make sure something's not on the server? What would they have to pay you?
$3 million top, off top. $3 million. And it can't be in cash. I don't even want it in Bitcoin either. I actually want it traceable. I'm gonna pay taxes on that money too. You know why? Because as long as I pay taxes on it, you ain't gonna come after me. The feds ain't gonna come after me. It's a consulting fee.
So that's what. Damn. So they
$3 million.
They'd have to pay you $3 million per appointment. To go make sure that ain't sitting nowhere. Damn. How much time does that take? How much time does something like that take?
I mean, it depends. Oh, my child. It depends if you have direct access to the cloud account and you can see like any backups or anything, because typically a server may back up daily. Some servers back up hourly. It's very rare you see something back up by the minute, maybe like banking servers and stuff. But if you have access to the cloud account and you can go in and just cleanse everything, it takes a couple of hours. It may take you about 5-6 hours depending on the access you have.
So 5-6 hours on site, a 4-hour flight from East Coast to West, the flight back, my hotel accommodations.
Oh yeah, my $3 million don't include none of that. It's $3 million plus expenses.
Yeah. So that's what they should have.
And I'm gonna eat good. I'm gonna sleep good. I'm gonna drive good while I'm there. Yes.
So they should have hired you. They should have hired you as their tech.
Nah, don't hire me.
Why not?
I wouldn't. They had 9-year-old.
Yeah. No. Right. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. Knowing what they had. Well, maybe you could do it like the body bag person. They show up, the body's in the trunk. They don't know what's in the trunk. They just gonna dispose of the body. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? What movie was that? I think it was Hitman. The Hitman, when he showed up, the body was in the trunk, and he was supposed to drive from point A to point B or something. Yeah.
I don't know that I'd take a job like that. Because I'd be wondering, what are you having me clean?
Yeah.
And if I have to look at it and I see something, now I'm gonna feel away. Now, if you say the file is named this and I never had to open that file, I might be able to do it. But if I ever had to open the file to make sure it's the file or something, and I see something, I might be like, you know what? Y'all paid the 50% deposit. I'm done from here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna charge you 50% up front.
Yeah, that man. It like I said, it's one of these things where I have so many questions. How what's that?
The baby crawled up.
Are you there? Did you? You said what?
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
the boy child then removed my barrier and went up the stairs. This one nigga here. Get down these stairs. Ain't nobody told you to get up there. Come on, before you fall. I'm not playing with you, Adonis. Come on here. Come on down these stairs. Come on. Get down here and stop. Here and go. Go. Child, here. He done beat my dang on barrier down and climbed over the barrier and up the stairs.
That's what I'm talking
Stop,
about.
boy.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
No.
That's what I'm talking about.
When is daycare open?
That's what I'm talking about.
I might have to go.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
No, man. Because I might have to go because I can't. I got to stop for him every few minutes. Sam ain't here.
Nah, you good. Right. But so my other thing, the other thing I really wonder about, I had another thought. The other thing I'm wondering about, hold on. It is, hold on. Okay, how is this going to affect what we know as hip hop?
I think it's going to have an insanely negative impact because there's a lot of down low bros in hip hop that folks, not that sexuality should have ever been a factor, to be honest, but it has been because hip hop was insanely masculine for a very long time. Then now we have it kind of more hood, feminine. On the woman's side, you got it very much celebratory of sexual freedom, which isn't a terrible thing. I mean, how it's applied is a little off-putting at times.
Yeah.
But not necessarily a terrible thing. So had there been this open dialogue about homosexuality in hip hop previous, I think it would be fine. But you always got to, you got to look at homosexuality as always been deemed to be a girly thing.
Yeah.
It's always been a pop or R&B, like, it's never necessarily been 100% classified that Luther Vandross was gay.
Yeah.
That's never been, specified, boom, he was out. So, hold on. This child here. So things like that have to be factored in, is that hip hop has always been an institution of masculinity and heterosexuality.
Yeah.
So to now find out that some of your favorites are not heterosexual, people are going to have some problems with that.
Yep.
I don't think they should, but people haven't been living their truth. So now it's like, oh wait, you've been talking about bitches and hoes, but you've been gay the whole time.
Or hold on, or bisexual, to be fair. If we want to be clinical about it,
are they though?
Yeah,
are they bisexual?
Are they? Oh yeah. See, and that's the problem with lying, because if you were being truthful, you'd be able to straddle the fence because, hey, I'm into both. But when you lie, you put on a front as if you are one thing and not the other thing. You know what I'm saying? And then you live as if you're one thing and not the other thing. So that's what makes that dynamic like super questionable. Like, was he ever into women? Or was he always into men and then he did wrong by women because he was really into men? Or is he into women and men? Like it becomes really muddy and murky. And I think another part of the reason, the hip hop community has always been so masculine and heterosexual is because it's easy to garner fans, especially back in the day, by towing that line. The majority of men are heterosexual. So if you want to appeal to majority of men, you make sure that on the face of things, you look like you're heterosexual and masculine. But
Right.
you know, regardless of how talented you are, you think of some of the most talented people in the acting sphere, like acting. Let's just take that. What's the dude? The dude that played the street rapper in Atlanta. The dude that played
Oh,
Paperboy.
oh, yeah,
He's a yeah he's yeah
I see the name.
he's a gay dude,
He's
huh?
I like when you said that. Just like he's gay. He's
You
gay dude.
oh you know
It was a weird how you, hold on.
yeah, you breaking up a little bit.
I said it's weird how you say he's a gay dude and just saying he's gay.
Oh, I don't know. A gay dude. I don't
It
know.
sounds
Oh,
like
he's
he's
gay.
a
I don't
gay dude.
know.
That sounds like he's a black. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, oh.
He's a
Well, he's
black
gay.
and just
Yeah, I don't
saying
know.
he's
I
black.
didn't even know. I didn't even realize. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's a gay male or a gay man, not a gay woman. I don't know. But I kind of mean he's a gay man. I don't know. But
He's
anyway,
gay. That's all
he's
you gotta
gay. You
say.
know what I'm
He's
saying?
gay.
Right, right. You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah, you know, hip hop has been hyper
Can I say
masculine.
he's can I say he's yeah, can I say he's a gay?
No, just say he's gay.
Oh, I
A
oh,
gay
because
is
it sounds like he's
is
a
objectifying.
oh,
Uh,
I
like
can't I
black.
can't say he's one of the gays. I can't say he's
No,
one of the gays.
no, no. Where is Sam?
Okay, anyway,
Well, he'll be right along with you with this movie.
he would be
Now I think about it.
co-signing. He'd make it
He
worse.
really would.
Yeah, he'd make it worse. So okay,
Terrible. Both of y'all terrible.
but my overall point is that dude is a talented actor. No matter what role he portrays, he knocks that shit out the park. And he doesn't,
Except Eternals.
and you would never know unless, yeah. He did Eternals. He did Paperboy. He's
Eternals
done
was
stuff
not
in
good. I didn't like his acting in Eternals.
no, but his role, the movie wasn't good necessarily, but the role he did. There was another role he played. There's been like any role that I've seen him
When
in.
he had that blonde hair,
Was
I know
that
what you're talking about.
yeah? Like any role he's played, he's done really good. And I think in hip hop, in the entertainment industry, that has always been they might be, but we don't care as much. In the hip hop world, I think we care, which is why they just like, nah, man, I ain't finna let it be
But
known.
see, that's the thing. I don't even think hip hop cared initially. I think hip hop was just portrayed so hyper masculine
Yeah,
that that's how it's always been seen.
yeah.
Hip hop was gangster rap. You know, you talking about beating the women and this, that, and the other. It's always been hyper masculine when if you look at it, there was never a need to be.
Well,
It was just that
remember when
being a gangster was considered a masculine thing and homosexuality was not.
Wait, hold on.
But if you look at your classic, go ahead.
Hold on, I would say this. Remember in the beginning, it was so much revolution, right? The revolution did not include homosexuality.
This is true.
The revolution was all about black empowerment, black women, black men,
families.
unity, that dynamic, and homosexuality was an antithesis to that at its time. Like if we want to look at black people culturally, our time to accept homosexuality wasn't at the same time where in San Francisco when white people started embracing it. Ours came later because we were still dealing with civil rights. We wanted some basic stuff first, but before we could start worrying about that. So I think when hip hop came forward, it was like, all right, we're trying to resubstantiate this thing. That other thing shouldn't be. But going back, African Bambaataa, we found out years later, was always questioned, in homosexuality and even pedophilia and some. There's always been an undercurrent. So I think maybe if they had somebody had piggybacked sexual freedom and experiences in all facets back then, maybe it would have gave it a chance.
It wouldn't happen. You know why it wouldn't happen?
It wouldn't work. It wouldn't have worked. Yeah.
You know why it wouldn't happen? The black church.
Yeah.
The black church shut it down.
Yeah. Cause it would. Yeah.
If you look at your typical story from a homosexual man, always revolves around the black church.
Yeah.
They were choir directors. They grew up in the church. Mama was devout, in the church, things of that nature.
Right.
So that's where, that's why things are where they are. So we, in the black community, we have a lot of hyper masculine things. Even the church is hyper masculine. The church may be largely attended by women, but who's always typically the head of the church?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
The man.
Yeah.
Where do you go to church? To find a man.
Mm-hmm.
Who's God? A man.
And then who are they? And what kind of men are they gonna shout down?
The gay men.
They're not gonna shout. They're not gonna shout down deadbeat dads. They're not gonna shout down junkies. They're not gonna shout down cheaters and liars. They're gonna shout down the gay man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you make a real. So you
while also making sure the gay man runs the choir though.
Tambourine. What did they say? This is the tambourine. The tambourine was this. So when you saying this, he moved that tambourine a little too well. And man, so you're basically saying that this was inevitable to a degree. It sounds like it.
It was. It was inevitable because as a community, we are sexually repressed. Yeah. So we have not been afforded the ability to have sexual freedom in general, to have these discussions.
Yeah.
So everything has been hyper masculine, even though we've had homosexuality in the community the whole time.
Yeah.
It's always been talked about that Eazy-E was gay.
Yep.
A lot of your gangster rappers and your popular singers and things in entertainment from the 40s, 50s, 60s were homosexual.
I mean, a lot of the street dudes, a lot of street legends that movies were made about, as it turned out, who was it? Wayne Perry, the DC gangster / killer. It's now coming out that he always, in prison, he had a boy, quote unquote, that's the term they use. And on the streets, he was known to dabble. It's always been there. It's just that we ain't gonna allow it to be spoken on. And so rap, and then art, art imitates life. Art imitates life when you push it down. Yeah.
And even in the prison system, you gotta think of the prison system. I forget this. The video I saw was a girl. She's a nurse. She says 100% of the men in prison are diddling each other.
Now 100%. I don't think. Now that's stupid. 100% of nobody does nothing. But I understand the sentiment.
No. I disagree with that.
There's no one. No, that's always false on his face. No 100% of anybody does anything.
Oh, let me finish.
That's false.
No, I don't think so.
100% of the men in prison.
Let me finish. Let me tell. If you're gonna let me talk.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta consider that a lot of criminals are career criminals. Just because they ain't did it at this prison, don't mean they ain't never done it.
No. Let me tell you why.
Especially somebody who has been to prison several times. Also factor in, and we've talked about this, the biology of men that just have to put their thing in something. Come on now.
So this is why I'm gonna say it's not possible. Because when we say 100%, we're not saying 100% of career criminals. We're saying 100% of men that are in prison. You can go to prison for a bank fraud at 30 years old, do a 10-year bid, and not touch nothing. You can go to prison at 40, between 45 to 50, and not touch nothing. There's no 100%. No. Now, I do think this. 100%.
Okay,
I would
touch somebody or get touched.
No,
that's two different things now.
Okay, this is why I say it can't be 100%. Why it can't? Because the only factor that would lock one person in to say there's no chance that you're not is if we put you in prison somewhere between 17 and 50. That because it's too many men, people in general. Surprisingly enough, I know people don't believe this is a thing among men, but I can tell you it's a fact. There are also men who go years without. There's also men that go
Yes.
straight, and in a prison environment, you got a 5-year bid. You're like, well, it's a 5-year bid. I don't have.
No, that's not what she's saying. She's not saying that everybody's just going around just all the time like that. She's saying that it's happened at least once.
No, I don't believe.
Whether
I don't believe that every man that's been to prison has done something at least once. No, I don't believe that, because if you put me in prison,
we not hold on. We're not talking about county jail either.
No,
We're
I'm saying if you gave me a 10-year bid today, Manuel, I'm 42. You tell me I ain't gonna get out till 52. I can put my soul on it that unless you take it, because we're not talking about taking. We're not talking about taking.
Unless, but I'm talking about all of it. I'm talking about all of it. I'm talking about getting taken.
But there's
taking
all
of it.
But there's too many. See, here's one thing, and I've listened to a lot. I'm talking about. I've listened to a lot of prison stories, and here's one thing all these ex-cons say. When you leave prison, they say you can come out and act like you ain't never been touched. But they say, but one thing for sure, if you have, somebody knows. And they say, and you can never, as a former prisoner, you can never publicly be like, oh, I ain't never been, if you have been, because somebody's going to pop out and say, that man's a lie, because I did. So
right, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm saying it's too many dudes can stand on, no, I never have and never did, because they never have and never did. It's like
I don't know nobody.
Because you're not into that genre of. I can tell you right now, you can go listen to OG Percy. You can go down. You're gonna find that there's a lot of dudes that say, oh, I went in a man and came out a man, and then there's a lot of dudes that say, I went in a man and came out a man, but I gotta be honest, I could have been one of them. You know what I'm saying? There's no way it's 100%. There's no way. There's no way it's 100%.
Hey, I need to take this call. Hold on. Okay, I'm about to have somebody come over to text. I ain't got too long, but I guess what I mean is, and again, this is a current nurse. She's in the prison system now. Now, 20, 30 years ago, I would have believed you, what you're saying. This new generation, they're so sexually fluid, it's crazy. Like legit.
Yeah.
You the girls doing girls and boys, the boys doing girls
and boys. Now that I do.
This new generation,
yeah.
If they've been in jail within the last 15 years, I'm willing to believe it's 100%.
I would say this: if they born in the 2000s, yeah. Now that
these turn out, they doing they doing everybody.
I do believe firmly that if they born after 2000, which 2000 you 20 something, yeah, I'm not trusting the 2000s. Yeah, I'm not trusting the 2000s at all. Yeah, I'd agree to that. I do think born after 2000, if you got any sort of link, because think about it, if you're born after 2000, you're in your 20s now, and if you've done any significant time, I'm not doubting that. I hate to say no. I don't think they're built to withstand it. Go ahead and get ready for your folks to come in. We hopped on and we did a little bit of something on a Saturday, which is a struggle.
Sam talking about something. He gonna text me talking about like, we doing a live. Boy, we've been on for an hour.
We talked about this the other day. I don't know why he acting like we ain't talking about this the other day.
Man, look,
this dude tripping.
It's hard for me to do it in the middle of the day because the little person. And then, we still healing from the hurricane. It's still people without power, man.
Yeah, you got
There's
everything
still
going. You
people
got
without
water. You
power.
got power. You got
Yeah,
internet.
I'm good
Obviously,
over
good, good,
here.
good.
We good over here, but yeah, my landlord, they live out in Hepzibah. They still don't have power.
Oh, they
And
finna
I'm
pull
like,
up. They
man,
they
we
finna say,
not
can we
on
come lay? They gonna say, can we come lay in there? Can we come? Can we come? Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Stop,
Take
boy.
this rent.
Okay, let me
Take
go
this
get this
rent.
child.
Yeah. Talk to you later, babe. Bye.